So I was obviously very upset at that point because I was supposed to be leaving for my vacation with my family, and instead he wanted to wheel me over to the hospital to get this surgery done. And so he basically said that they wanted to take me over, get me hooked up to monitors, make sure that I wasn't like contracting or anything, make sure that I'm not dilated, and do all of that stuff, and then go from there. So that's exactly what happened. I called my husband, explained the situation. I was very, very, very upset, like hysterical. Because I basically was responsible, or I felt responsible for canceling our family trip. My girls were really excited. We were all really excited. I'm still probably more upset about not going on the vacation than I am about having to have had the procedure. But it is what it is at this point. I can't do anything about it. I went over to the hospital side, and they started to do all the things. They came and they talked to me about like all the options, did all the paperwork, did an IV, did all of that. Essentially, the cerclage, the procedure that I was going to get done, is a stitch that is in place in your cervix to like hold it shut essentially until they take it out, which I believe and I will confirm this week would be like 36 weeks if I get that far. But if you go in and you're already in active labor, they'll take it out at that point. So kind of it won't, it's not like a stitch that will come out on its own. It will stay until it is removed by somebody, pretty is what I was told. So I went, and everybody started to come in and like talk to us. The surgeon that was going to do the procedure, he was very nice. I am a paramedic and I work on a respiratory therapy team. And so my biggest concern about the procedure was anesthesia, and I don't have positive experiences with anesthesia in the past. I've always gotten really sick. With my first pregnancy, I had to have a spinal for a C-section, and it took hours and hours and hours for my body to like wake up from that. I couldn't, like, they expect you to be able to like get up and walk within so much time, and my body was basically like still dead. I could not move. They left my Foley in for like ever with it because I just don't recover well. So my main concern was that and how that would affect the babies. So I had a lot of questions, and I felt like I had a lot of decisions to make in regards to that for the surgeons and the anesthesiologists and those who are routine to doing this. They will come in and they'll tell you it's just a procedure. We put you under general anesthesia and we do it. To them, that's normal, and it's probably the fastest, easiest way to get things done. If you don't understand what that means that they paralyze you, sedate you, put in a breathing tube for you, ventilate you while they're doing the procedure, and then when they're done, they wake you back up. If I didn't know that, I don't think they would have told me that. I specifically asked. And I also asked if there were like other options because I didn't really want to go that route if I didn't have to. And the other route at that point was the spinal, which I had with my C-section. So both not great options for me at that point. Not options that I was thrilled about, or options that I felt like I was successfully choosing on my own. And so they bring in all this paperwork and want you to sign all of it, and I like basically refused to sign the anesthesia one until I could talk to my husband about it because I didn't want to make the decision by myself.